When you are in a season of life where everything is being broken down to a point where everything you have ever been building up on is literally just being shuttered down, like it's being taken down, it's like you don't even know what the heck is going on, and you're like, what is happening? I don't even feel like I know myself. I don't even feel like this is me. Like, who am I even? Like, what is the point of life? Why is this things happening? What's going on? And I feel like God has been taking me through a season of just breaking everything that I have ever been building up on. Okay, whether that's my idea of relationships, my idea of career, my idea of where I thought my life was going, my idea of a sense of like my self-identity, like who I am as a person. And like a good example to give is like my confidence. Like, I used to be this very confident person who knows exactly what she wants to do, who knows exactly where she wants to be, and I was very firm on that for years and years and years. And it started in middle school and then high school and then going into college. I feel like I really know what I wanted to do with my life, and I had an idea and I kind of had a vision, and I set out my 5-year plan, and I was like, this is how my life is gonna go. Nothing is gonna come in my way. And 5 years fast forward, like, that is not how my life went. Specifically right now, God is taking me through a season where He's literally breaking everything that I have ever been building up on. And I love the song, I think it's called Gotta Have Peace in Mind by Lauryn Hills. And I love that song because in that song, she's talking about a breakup that she had with a person. And she's just talking about like she's talking about basically the breakup itself, but she's also talking to God in that song. And she's talking to God and she's telling him basically, wow, like how like incredible is it to be alive? How incredible is it that like I get to live this life every single day? And there was a verse, not a verse, dang. There was a line in the lyrics that I just hit me really, really hard. And the line was like, all that I was building on, you make my desire pure, something, something, something. Anyways, I'm probably messing it up. I'm gonna put it here, but that line hit me so hard because I was like, oh my God, that's literally what's happening in my life right now, where God is literally breaking everything. And I feel like I feel like I don't know who I am almost. I feel like I don't really know what's next almost. But I know, but I don't know, if that makes sense. I know deep inside, like, God has revealed in the process of this, obviously, my purpose in life and like why I'm here. But at the same time, it's not logical to me, and it's not like I don't really have a 1, 2, 3 of like how I'm gonna get there, sort of. And if you have the same situation, first of all, the reason why you feel like you don't really know who you are right now, and you feel like you don't know what's going on in your life, and everything you've ever been building up on has been like literally brought down, is because God is like breaking everything that you were building up on that was not true. First of all, that was gonna lead you to destruction. First of all, that was gonna lead you to where you were not supposed to be, take you down the wrong path, because it's filled with pride, fear, just constant worldly destruction that would have led you to like where you are not supposed to be. And as I'm looking at my life and like sort of like how much peace I have now and how much of like contentment that I have, that is a testimony to like exactly what God is doing in my life. Because while I feel like everything is being brought down and I don't really know what's going on, and it's almost like God is like redoing everything, and He's teaching me my identity and who I actually am, and I'm learning truth of the Word of God. And when you know the truth, you can never go back. It's like, once you know the truth, everything changes. You don't look at the world the same way. You don't live your life the same way. You cannot go back to your old life. It becomes very difficult. And so I realized like God is doing this because I was building up on something that wasn't even true. I was building up on what the Word was telling me I am, and what my family was telling me I am, and what everyone around me was telling me that I am, but not who God says I am. And so because of that, God is teaching me the truth of his word and his promises, and he's teaching me how to basically be new in him and know my identity through him. So that gives me contentment and it gives me peace, and that's the proof that I'm going in the right direction, because he's tearing down everything that was temporary and was going to lead me to destruction, and basically building me up again through him, and teaching me my identity through him, so that I can have an eternal life that's actually gonna be lasting. That's actually gonna be something that I'm gonna be content in. That's actually gonna be something that I'm gonna have peace in the long run, and it's not gonna be something that's temporary. That's the number one thing that we have to understand when God breaks us, breaks everything that we were building up on, and he's like making us new. We're starting from fresh. It's like a fresh canvas. God is allowing us to really be who we truly are, because again, our identity is God. Our identity is Christ. And so all these other things that we were building up on, that we were familiar with, when God breaks that down and you're like, what is going on? It's the most weirdest place to be honest. But at the same time, it's also very like liberating, and it's very freeing, and it's like you get this sense of peace and contentment that no one will ever understand. And while you don't know what's happening, you still feel this just constant shalom and peace of God that's with you always, and it's the most beautiful thing that you can ever experience. And I just feel like that's where I'm at in life right now. And I spent a lot of time where I was questioning everything, where I was like, what's going on? I don't even feel confidence anymore. I feel like I don't know who I am. Certain things that I used to like, music, movies, things like that, that don't interest me anymore. So I'm just like, what's happening? And what's actually happening is that God is literally renewing me, and he is making me new in him, and he's giving me my true identity, which is him, which is the most beautiful thing that can ever happen. Whenever everything is coming down and it feels like a crash, and you feel like you don't know where to go next, or like you feel like you don't even know who you are anymore, and you feel like you kind of lost your sense of identity and the confidence, the misplaced confidence, because it wasn't even confidence, it was just misplaced confidence. You're like, I got me, I'm cool, I'm this, I'm that, and the next, I'm the most beautiful person I know, I'm the most smartest person I know, I don't need anybody. You're walking around with this misplaced confidence, when in reality you need true confidence in God, and that is the only confidence that actually we need in this life. And so if we don't have that, everything else we have is actually misplaced confidence. And I used to be that person, and thank God I'm not that person anymore. We need to understand that the breaking is a new beginning, and it's actually part of becoming new in God. And it's beautiful, because you think when everything is breaking down, it's like everything you were familiar with is like taken away, and you don't know what's going on, and you're like, oh, like I was building up on this, like I thought this is where I was going in life, I thought this was my future, I thought this was gonna be where I'm going. And it's like God is like, nope, this is everything that was gonna destroy you, this is everything that could have led you to destruction. But no, I'm gonna break everything and I'm gonna make you new. This is the beginning of your becoming. And it's beautiful, it's nice. In the beginning it might feel confusing, but then you get used to it, and all you want is that. You're gonna be very confused, and you're not gonna know what's really going on, and you're gonna question your whole entire life, and you're gonna question your whole entire existence, and you're gonna be like, what in the heck am I supposed to do from here? I thought I was walking in confidence, I thought I know who I was, all this identity that I borrowed from everything else the world provided for me, I thought this was gonna be it. But in reality, if we don't have the foundation of the Lord, and he is not the core of our whole entire existence and our day-to-day walk in this journey of life, it's gonna be very difficult to actually have true identity in him, and to actually know who we truly are, and to actually have a life that's fulfilling, to actually have a life that you are content in. And I say all that to say that a lot of people seek success, and they seek validation, and they seek relationships, and they seek all these things, when in reality the only thing that's gonna ever fulfill you and give you true contentment in this world, which, by the way, we don't need more happiness, we don't need more adventure, we don't need more joy and enjoyment and all these things are great, and they're a great addition what we truly need is peace in the Lord, knowing Him truly, having a relationship with Him, and being content in whatever situation that we're in. Because we have to understand, if we're not content in any situation that the Lord has us in, if we cannot be content in that, if we cannot find peace in that, what if that thing is taken away from you? What if that thing is no longer part of your life? What are you going to do then? Are you going to go crazy and act insane because you don't have the thing that you don't want, you want? Are you going to act crazy because you don't have happiness? Like, it's like you need the Lord. You need Him as your foundation for every single thing that you do in life. And truly everything else follows after that. Happiness, joy, and all these things, they come right after you make the Lord your foundation, and He's the only thing that you actually truly seek in this life. The last thing I want to talk about is I just want you guys to know that, like, just because God is breaking everything that you were building up on, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's actually beautiful because it's eternal. It's lasting. You are going to be content for the rest of your life, because in this life, the only thing that actually matters is God and your relationship with Him and knowing Him, having your name written in the book of life, and knowing Him and like actually like spending time with Him and being with Him and discovering like this completely new world with Him, because that is the actual peace that cannot be taken away from you, no matter what the world provides for you, no matter what the world says that you can get. At the end of the day, like, this is truly what we need in this life, and nothing else actually matters. And I don't think until you get to the point of like realizing nothing else matters except God, I feel like you're gonna struggle to let go of the past, and you're gonna struggle to actually walk into the new that God is calling you to walk into, because it is really just a calling, and it's your option to say yes or no. Number one, we just need to realize whenever whatever we were building up on feels shaky and it's not stable anymore, and if you're questioning everything about yourself and your identity and all these things, it's because you've agreed to walk with God and you've agreed to be new in Him. And that right there is God literally basically breaking whatever was, first of all, what it was never going to be able to hold you. It was never going to get you to your true destiny. It was never going to get you to where you are supposed to be in life with God. And so because those things are not the things that actually were going to hold you in real life, that's why God is breaking it. Number two, we need to realize that like whenever we're breaking and everything is coming down, we have to realize that it's part of becoming, and it's the beginning of becoming actually. And while it's confusing and we don't understand it, we just need to keep our eyes on the Lord and just keep going and keep trusting and keep seeking God, and He will make everything clear on the way. Because I always say, like, clarity comes from like you actually taking the action and just walking on the way with God. That is where clarity comes from. It doesn't come from you sitting there and being stuck and trying to understand everything. It comes from you trying to actually walk with God and putting the effort in seeking Him, and that is how clarity comes. So because of that, it's part of the becoming. It's a new beginning for you, and God has something so amazing, so big, and something that's actually going to align with where you're actually truly meant to be in this life. It's not the end of the world. It's just God giving you the opportunity to be new. It's God giving you the opportunity to really, really build on something that's actually true, which is Him. Build on something that is actually going to be eternal, which is Him. Again, if we don't have God, there is no point in this life.